Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where the hypocrisy is through the roof. Let's begin. My wife deceived and lie, posted by Reddit user DSTU89.
So this is a long-winded story, but I'll try to shorten it. I started dating my wife, a single mother of one in 2018.
By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
And things moved pretty quickly. We claimed to be exclusive after one date and moved in together after 2 months. Rather, she started relocating my things to her house. On month 3, I very accidentally became aware of another man. I confronted her very calmly and was assured there was nothing to worry about, from the guy she hooked up with on his first day back from his honeymoon. Over the next 10 months, I learned about 2 additional men from her past who she has seen privately and deceived me about. At this point, all messages and from each of the 3 men are deleted from her phone, and my calm, mature approach to any conversation is out the window. What was becoming infuriating was her accusing me of trapping her by asking questions I knew the answers to. This was an issue, because she would never admit to or apologize for anything I did not already know. I poorly handled the situation many times, non-abusive, and somehow became the bad guy. On multiple occasions, I left, but somehow got sucked back in. Finally, she cuts all contact with these 3 men after 10 months. 8 months go by, and I seem to think it's a good idea to propose that the bad is behind us. She has never admitted to physical infidelity, and I have no proof. She has never admitted to anything that I don't have proof of, and if I just asked, she lied. So we get married and have a honeymoon baby.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
After my daughter is born in 2021, our relationship became very rough and we went to counseling, which in my opinion did nothing. Then we managed to accidentally get pregnant again, and my son was born in 2023. During COVID, I lost my job and had to basically start a new career. Now that my career is beginning to level off, I have some time to think. Think about how mad at me she gets if I work late. Think about the fact that I haven't indulged in any of my old hobbies since 2020. Think about my old friends I do not see anymore. Think about how tired I have been working 60+ hours a week to build a new career and listening to her never-ending demands for more money and more time at home. She spends $9,000 per month on herself and our kids.
Wow, like a bitch.
And that's what Frieza said.
Which in frustration leads me to think about what could be in the deleted messages of that damn phone. I haven't looked at it since May of 2020, but previous to that I never looked without finding something odd. The simple fact is, I can't get over it. When times are rough, it's the first thing to pop up in my head. My request or goal for therapy was to feel as though she was truly sorry, but I was basically told that she had already apologized. If you ask someone a question and they lie, then say sorry when you find out. How is that genuine? More importantly, with me wanting to leave divorce off of the table, is it possible for me to move forward? At this point, I don't think I can forgive without a thorough apology, but how do I get through the day-to-day? She demands intimacy regularly, and there are times when I just am not that interested because I simply wonder about cheating. I'm sure everyone will say it's simply not going to work, but how can I live the next 20 years of my life as a good husband and father with these thoughts, knowing that she was capable of sleeping with married men, then continuing to see them and so easily lie about it during our relationship? I mean, how do I block out the fact that nothing has ever happened that would instill confidence in me to say that she's not having an affair right now?
You see here, OP, you made many mistakes. Dating a single mom, that's 1. You married a proven cheater, that's 2. And number 3, you got her pregnant twice, you dummy, or at least you think that it's yours. Look man, you had many opportunities to dodge this bullet, so many red flags waving at you. So tell me,
Why didn't you dodge?
I strongly suspect that you have Captain Save-A-Ho issues, and when your heart gets involved, you put on rose-tinted glasses and idealize partners how you want them to be, not for who they truly are. Listen, you chose this path, you chose this life, so whatever comes after it is all your fault, and you deserve it. Now stop whining, either move on or get a divorce. Get your so-called kids DNA tested as well, they're not yours anyway. And now for today's second story. I think my wife is starting an affair. Posted by Reddit user Broken260706.
So my wife and I have been married almost 8 years. Anniversary is actually next week. We have 3 young children together, one of which has autism, and both work full-time with long commutes. Stress is usually pretty high. We have had our fair share of problems in the marriage. Fighting occurs semi-regularly, but we do love each other. I think she does. We had a big problem a few years ago where she caught me checking out some women in front of her while she was pregnant. She was really hurt and hasn't let it go. She said it changed everything in our marriage and things have never been the same. It hangs over us constantly. Another background is she had cheated numerous times in the past before being with me. She always told me that I changed her and caused her to want to be faithful and committed. I honestly believe she hasn't cheated on me with the exception of this situation, and maybe some flirting here and there. So fast forward to now. 2 months ago she started a new job which requires her in the office full-time after working remotely a lot. One day driving together going out of town for vacation, I saw a text pop up on CarPlay from some guy. I asked her who it was. She told me someone from work and acted kind of weird. We were on vacation, so I asked why work was hitting her up. She said he was just saying hi. I got suspicious, so when I had a chance, I checked her phone. There were a lot of messages back and forth. Mostly just small talk and joking around, little flirty but nothing too bad. It was on my mind, so a couple weeks later, last weekend I looked again and there were a lot more messages, these ones being a little more flirty, saying things like you miss me or you're my favorite person at work and meeting up for walks, etc. I was more bothered at this point. We take the train home from work and normally meet at the train. I got off a little early and met her at her job. Knowing the guy was there, I wanted to see them together. Sure enough, they walked outside together. She looked surprised to see me but introduced me to the guy. On our way home I started asking her questions about him. I mentioned I had seen the activity on our phone online, showing tons of messages, and asked if it was to him. She told me I was being jealous for no reason and said they were just cool and he texts everybody. I kept grilling her, so she ended up throwing in my face the incident about me checking out other women and got really mad at me, basically saying you have no room to talk. Also pointed out situations where I messaged back and forth with female coworkers in the past, in which there was nothing inappropriate going on at all. I offered to show her the messages. We kind of made up by the next day. So last night I checked her phone again. I see messages to the guy asking if he was surprised to meet me. He said yeah, he was. My wife said she wasn't expecting me and he jokingly said, "Is he stalking you?" She said she deletes all our texts. I forgot to mention she's been deleting messages but not from her recently deleted folder. I wanted to keep things cool, so I apologized to her for being jealous but asked her again to confirm I have nothing to worry about it, which she did. We ended up having sex and cuddling together all night. We were both getting along great this morning before she went to work. At this point I need advice. I'm basically buying time and trying to be very attentive, affectionate, giving her compliments, etc. without being overly needy or clingy. For the time being, I want to make sure she's getting attention from me and less likely to need it from someone else. I get that it may be too late. If I bring up the texts I saw, she will know I snooped in her phone, get defensive, fight with me. I'll push her away more and she will probably change her password and start deleting the messages from her deleted folder. I'll be in the dark and it's more likely something will happen with this guy. My hope, and I'm being naive probably, is that I can prove to her she doesn't need attention from anywhere else if I can step it up.
The fact that you have any hope left in your life is your most admirable quality.
I've been sick to my stomach these past few days. I can barely eat and can't focus on work, my kids, or anything really. This is just weighing on me heavily and I can't get past it. Thanks to anyone for reading and any advice. Update. One day past our conversation and things feel a lot better. She told me he has sent her some message to him, which she showed me. He was being a little flirty, but she deflected. She's constantly keeping me updated if he's in the office, etc. She told me it seems like he understands she's not engaging with him anymore. She's been very affectionate towards me since yesterday and communication between us has been very open. I've expressed to her calmly without fighting or anger specific things that transpired that upset me and hurt me a lot. Right now, it seems she's remorseful and wants to make things work. We shall see. The guard is still obviously up, but I think I hopefully was able to navigate the situation in the right direction. Thanks again to everyone for their advice. Honestly, posting on here made me realize I absolutely need to put my foot down and say something. You guys might have saved my marriage.
Save your marriage? OP, you're just getting fooled, manipulated, and gaslit by your cheating wife. Sure, checking out other women right in front of her? I agree, that's not cool. You should have known better. But she was texting another man. She was flirting with another man. Deleting messages from another man. That is far worse. Come on. Not even on the same level. OP, she is a proven serial cheater. Maybe that's why she's so upset about you checking others out, because she's been fucking other men behind your back for years. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.